I do to happiness. When I look at myself and the people around me, I am mesmerized by our creation. Aren't we the finest creation of the Almighty? In our daily lives, we come across hundreds of people. We're familiar with some of them, and at times we come across strangers. For every one of us, another person is just a person. How wrong are we about that? Each person that we come across is more than just a person. Like I mentioned in the previous chapter, that inside a human resides a vast universe, a universe that has different galaxies of emotions, myriad of stars of feelings, and not to forget the heavenly bodies of thoughts. The universe inside us never takes a break and is always busy working with different emotions and feelings. Do you know when it does rest? When the thought process stops and consequently everything stops and the universe inside us to take a break. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you were not thinking anything? Take your time, think carefully. Did you get an answer? Or are you still thinking? Let me make things easy for you. Our thoughts are like a toddler having an endless supply of energy, which keeps them wide awake for many hours. Even when we're sleeping, the thoughts pop up in our minds like popcorns. So the answer is, there's not any time when we're not thinking. One way or the other, the mind is always absorbing things. Now, before I come to my point, let us understand, where do these thoughts come from? Do they come from within us, or is it the product of outside forces? There are different schools of thoughts on the above questions. Some say our thoughts take birth inside us. On the other hand, some people believe that the thoughts we perceive are a kind of energy that our mind absorbs. This energy is radiated by our surroundings. As a human, we have 5 senses, i.e. vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. When we receive information from any of our senses, the brain starts to process that information and thoughts strike in our mind. Let me clear this with an example. A person is sitting in his lounge and he smells an obnoxious scent hovering. The smell will kickstart his thought process and numerous thoughts will raid his mind. He might think, what is this smell? Why is it coming? Is it coming from the kitchen? If you're curious that which school of thought I advocate, then my answer is both. Our surroundings have a major part in how we think, but how we process that information, that comes from our surroundings, is up to us. Confusing, right? Let's have a deeper insight. Let's imagine we come across a stranger who has stern expressions on his face. His expressions are stimuli, and now thoughts will start to brew. Now the expressions of that stranger are indeed an external factor, but based on our experience and emotional intelligence, our thoughts will sprout. For instance, if some paranoid person sees that stranger, he will think negatively. Whereas if some empathic person sees that stranger, he might wonder, what is wrong with that stranger? Or is he in any kind of trouble? Our thoughts play a pivotal role in shaping our lives. Our actions create circumstances, and they, in return, create consequences for us. Thoughts are the foundation upon which the building of our emotions erects. So it is an unbreakable link. Thoughts command our feelings. Feelings command our actions. Actions create circumstances. Circumstances bring consequences. The sum of consequences shapes our life. Once you become consciously aware of just how powerful your thoughts are, you will realize everything in your life is exactly how you allow it to be. M.M. Caloris. So it would not be wrong to say that the transformation or change in life needs to start with your thoughts. Your thoughts must be aligned with how you want your life to be. Before taking any action or working for your goals, your thoughts need to be shaped as they have the power to control all your actions. Let's take an example here. A student is preparing for her exam, but the following thoughts are constantly racing in her mind. What if I fail? What if the test is difficult? How will I finish my test in just 2 hours? Now her mind is tangled, and she would be unable to concentrate on her preparations. The same thoughts accompany her to the examination center, and they hinder her performance, which eventually results in poor scores in the test.